Okay. Well, I have to see how this goes. This is the second attempt, and the thing is that I have been grinding for quite some time now. I can probably check the timestamps next time I save, but yeah, I've spent at least 1 to 2 hours just grinding out for mantras. I don't know why. I guess I just started getting into this mood where I felt that, hey, it's actually kind of fun to grind, and I just didn't stop there. So let's hope that this attempt will actually go pretty well. So this time I do have Media Rama on Gale and Cielo to counter his, well, his most devastating attack, that Fire Breath attack, which yet is not a fire attack. That's a funny one. And I also have Mipatra on Gale to counter Panic Voice? No, wait, that's not... No. Yeah, that's the one. And I also have Fire Drain on Sarah to counter his Agidyne. And apparently it was not a very good idea to use Crocodus, which is like this moderate ice damage attack, which has a pretty good chance of randomly freezing your opponents. But apparently he didn't actually block it with his arms. He actually took the damage to his main body for some reason. I don't know why. I was expecting him to actually block it, which would deal a lot more damage to his arms. But okay, that makes that skill pretty useless. What am I doing? I did this the last time. Oh well, I guess it was some time since I actually watched the previous video I uploaded, so I guess I just forgot to swap it out, because Earth spells are pretty much useless here. So he reflects ice attacks, and well, that botched my whole theory right there. He is not weak to fire attacks. Yeah, so my theory I had was that since he reflects ice attacks, maybe he's actually weak to fire attacks, but I guess not. Well. So Sarah can't really do much against him at all, except for killing off his arms. Okay. And Cielo can't do anything either, because he has Terradyne, which doesn't really do any damage at all. And he has Agilao, which he absorbs, so what do I do then? This was not a good thing to happen at all. Okay, yeah. This is great. Oh, well, okay. He is weak to electric attacks. It's a shame that Gale is the only one who has an electric attack spell. Or attack skill. So what can we do with this? Well, I have Makakaja on Sarah, so I guess I could just try to buff the party to the limits and just go from there. There's not much else I can do, fortunately. but yeah, if we disregard what I've been doing here, it seems like the ideal strategy to use here is to use a normal group spell which is not reflected back or absorbed by the main body. I don't know why. To kill off the arms, and then apparently you used to use electric attacks to attack the main body. Now the funny thing is that if I would have actually worked up to get Ziodyne through that respective mantra, each Ziodyne would have done at least 400 to 500 damage per attack. Since you get the upgrade from the electric boost attack, when you get, if it works the same way, the mantra which has Ziodyne should also have electric amplifier, or elec amp as it's called. So yeah, so you should at least do 400 to 500 damage to it on average. Maybe more, since I haven't really tried that combination when I have boosted my magic with Makakaja. Yeah, so that would have been a better way to go with this fight. Like, just use some simple group spell to kill off the arms, and then you keep attacking him with Ziodyne. And of course you want Meteorama unleashed on at least one person, or just one person, to heal yourself, and it doesn't hurt to have Mepatra or items to remove any type of status ailment he will inflict on you. Limit reached. And I will soon hit the limit for boosting my magic. Yeah, I guess this whole discussion has been a little bit too long. But really, once you figure this out, there's really not much else to this fight, I guess. Unless he will do something else as soon as he's about to die. I was so sure that he would be weak against fire, but but guess that didn't work out too well. Oh well, at least I can make sure of that you get as few turn icons as possible. It's fire drain. I haven't really tried to use force attack against this guy, but anything but fire and ice. No, anything but fire in general against him, and no ice attacks against his main body, and you could probably go to town and with this guy. Or more appropriately said, you could just do that and not have to worry about him absorbing or nullifying your attacks. better remove mute. As you probably have seen by now, I have items such as chakra elixir. Yeah, so I've actually reached the max rank in the item shop, and once you do that, you can buy chakra elixir which is a reusable chakra drop item. So it gives you 50 MP each time. And one of the other items you can get is, what's it called again? I don't remember what it's called and what it does, but it costs 600 grand, and it's also reusable. I don't think it's one of those. I don't remember if it heals you or not, but it was a very good item, but I didn't actually buy it this time. I figured that I could just gather the cash in the next dungeon and buy it then. But yeah, that's pretty good. But yeah, I guess the most important thing I actually did here was to get Media Rama, so that I wouldn't have to actually spend 2 turn icons to heal everyone through the combo. Because Media Rama will be more than enough to keep you healthy throughout this fight. Because just as you can see, it doesn't really take much effort to have him deal pretty insignificant amount of damage to you. Nothing which should ever put you in danger. So I guess just once again the problem here is the damage output. But yeah, I guess you could just say this is typical of me. Because I always tend to be more defensive than offensive, which might be why boss fights take a little bit more time than I would like them to. Something I can really appreciate about the fights in DDS is they don't necessarily. It's not necessarily a whole lot about buffing yourself. It's kind of funny how most of the bosses in this game seem to actually have particular weaknesses you have to exploit, while at the same time countering any attacks he throws at you. So it becomes a little bit more strategic than Nocturne, where you in general seem to be able to manage by buffing yourself and just having a very versatile team of demons with you, which you can just swap in at your leisure.